Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing okay. I'm in the middle of moving some big pieces of furniture around and cleaning underneath it. I've been busy for a few days now, off and on, but mostly in the mornings. So I thought I'd get on here and say hi to everybody. Couple things on my mind. First, this is directed to Yay West. Um, he is uh, annihilating a whole culture of people, the Jewish people, when he should be specifically talking about the Talmudic ones that are dangerous to children and all cultures around the world. The one, or we'll just say the dark cabal of the same nationality that backs a lot of the dealings with their members from around the world and that type of thing. He is actually perpetuating a hatred towards a culture of people that have absolutely nothing to do with it because the dark cabal that was backed by, say, like, oh, the Rothschilds, that's a famous name a lot of people throw around. It goes quite a bit deeper than that. But in particular, just like one banking family out of what funds um, a lot of the darker things that are going on in this world. So and they're of every nationality, started from one group of people in the world and spread out like many families do. So it isn't one blood, one nationality. It's one group, that family in particular, that he should be targeting, not a whole culture of people. He is causing a hatred towards large groups of people where there doesn't even need to be any, like the Jews against the blacks or whatever, or vice versa. What's up with that? That's ridiculous. I mean, especially when you're from a city like he is, like I initially was until I was a teenager. Um, uh, you know, the thing is, my point is, coming from that type of background where you have all types of people in your life in that city, to single out one group of people against your own. He's singling out a whole culture of people and representing his black community. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Well, it does, being that he's a part of the dark cabal and he's doing it to cause inner city strife for the recognition and the money of it all. So, with his swastikas and shit inside the fake Star of David, kiss off. What a shill. So, that's what's initially on my mind with that. And then, Bruce Sees All channel gets a strike right after he posted a video, and I'll share a link to it. His last video was, talking about how the Pentagon had shown his work, and I think it was MUFON, and like John Lear talked about his work, if I'm not mistaken. And uh, anyway, the proof of the moon cities and different things that he found. He doesn't get a lot of recognition. He just posted that the other day, and YouTube gave him a strike the following day. Now, I don't know what the strike was for, but I do know that I wasn't able to go over and say hello to my friends today over there, like Darla Bamarama Bobana, rather. Um, I am Kai, Peter, Julie, Lisa Eckhart, Lisa B. Um, shout out to all you guys. I love you over there. If I missed you, I I I don't miss you when you're there, like Gate Smasher and um all of you. I love you. If I missed you, I'm sorry. It's just, you know, damn it, I missed you today. That sucks, you know. So anyway, yeah, and on his community, you can go over there or and protest his channel getting a strike, because to me it's just like, what entity wouldn't want his information out there? What is that all about, really? For whatever reason, whether we think that the moon's real or fake or what and why, the question is, it's to my interest because I've been watching it and feeling it all my life. And yeah, we have a right. If they know what it is, we have a right to know what it is because it's our money paying for their shenanigans, you know. So either way, it's all concerning us, being that it's a publicly owned entity that plays like NASA plays or the Pentagon or whoever. That's bullshit. So why wouldn't they want Bruce's information up on the internet? That's a good question. You know, at least I think it is. So I thought I'd let you see my pine tree. My favorite one is right next to it. Actually, it's the little one there. That's a Scotch pine right there. And that's well, either called a lodgepole pine or a white pine. The same. Not like the, whoa, ponderosa pines that are down in the southern states are really remarkable. And so are their cedars and their oaks, because they don't get as much moisture as ours do. And they're so compact. They're like shorter and darker. They're just, to me, sort of freaky and even more gnarly. You know, that's got to be some really badass wood to try and saw or cut through. Maybe not to split it, because it might dry faster there and it's easier to split dry oak, or really any dry wood, than it is green or wet. That's near impossible. So, elm is really rugged. So is cottonwood. There's a few of them. Ash, they're really tough, you know. Yeah, I've cut and split a lot of wood in my life. Yes, using a chainsaw. You know, I did not like it. No, but I had a man treating me like I was asking for something to have him do the manly things. And I had two sons that I wanted to set an example for more than ever, to what it would be. Like, I shared a meme on my Facebook, and although I cherish my femininity, my it's not even a matter of pride, it's a principle of the whole thing. But I'm glad my dad taught me how to be a man, even though I was his daughter, you know. So, and that's true. So, not that he always lived up to the whole thing, but he did do pretty good compared to what's actually real in this world, what people actually do and say are two different things. So I'm not sticking up for a Jesuit aside from the fact that him and his friend taught me things to help you today with the knowledge that has been kept from people. And it's time, and it was more like to help themselves anyway because of like the snake eating its own tail and them being of that one soul. Everybody's individual except for those that wanted the world at the price of their soul. Those, their mind is always who God made them to be, but I believe can be inside a male or a female, like reincarnating. I think there's souls that do that type of thing, and I don't think everybody does. Um, but and some are just either male or female forever because they don't deserve that kind of confusion and upset of not being their selves from inside. Now that is a possibility that I'll consider, but I still won't consider the reasons it's there or acting on it because what they know and people know in their souls. God told me what is right and what is not right, and I'm not debating anything with anybody. I wish people the best in their um acceleration of life and their knowledge of and their acceptance of knowledge or not. How long is it really going to take for somebody to want to actually help a fellow human being, not just say you're helping, but actually do that? You know, people can say, um, I'd like to do this or I will do this or but when do we is what I'm saying. So when I do right now, I took time to do this because I could hear a lot of people like we were going to gather today. It's sort of like we all know we have God in our hearts. It just happens to be one channel where those it's there's never a bad vibe there, never. And if there is, they get rid of it. The moderators, oh, alias Vahatla, another friend over there, McBurn, um, you know, so many, so many people through the years, and just, I say hi. I'll, say thank you if my link is shared or something like that. But I really just enjoy the conversation, or if I have a question or a statement about something that I happen to know in particular, or, then I'll. But it's nice just to kick back and watch people converse about like the information that Bruce would be sharing. Like, for one thing, he shared, and this is totally repulsive. So did Darla Lama shared that up in Canada they've seen commercials, and I think a few other there's like so many different people on in that community. But anyway, that in Canada they now have end of life commercials. They're pretty disturbing from what I understand, that if you are pregnant with or have a child or the elderly or you're suicidal, they can help you plan end of life, um, make an end of life day for you. That's so dark. That's dark. I've felt like not living, and yet here I am talking to you. And I know I have love in my heart. And I know when I say this shit is fucking dark, baby, it is. Wow. whoa, you know, Kevorkian, right up in our faces. The good old doctor that would charge you a fee and help you. I guess he did too a couple times, just did it for free. Would put people out of their misery, so he called it. I don't know what to say on that. You know, I don't know if it's like maybe some suffering situation and the person could do that themselves, but for suicidal thoughts or depression that could be helped most likely with diet and exercise. This is a dark situation and a dark day we're living in. How about the autistic child? I wouldn't have my step grandson, and he's brilliant. He's absolutely gorgeous, you know. Um, you know, wow. Yeah. Uh, wow. You know what I mean. Everybody has their own feelings on this, and I understand that. I had a friend who's dead now, but was named after Barbara Susan. Susan, my friend, older. Um, Obviously, I was named after her, but a child of my mom's friend. So, well, anyway, and I used to call her Susie. Well, anyway, everybody did. But Susie got diabetes so bad she went blind and really had all kinds of problems. And her life would have been taken if she had given birth. And her husband and her had to make a decision. That's heartbreaking. Something like that. But can you imagine the thought they had to put into that? And he had to determine whether to keep his wife or his child, or maybe lose both. That's wrenching, you know? So, yeah, pretty devastating, I'm sure. I have one more cigarette with you, and cheers, everybody. So it's a pretty nice day, not bad at all. I had a big bookcase full of books that I've got partway moved about 4 feet from the wall so I could get in there and sweep and clean. And I want to move my desk and all kinds of stuff. So, in my wardrobe and stuff. So it's a big job. I'm just not something I can do in like, you know, but it's okay. I love doing it actually. Doug went shopping because I told him that's good because I want to take time and make a video for my friends anyway. Oh, I think I have a new subscriber. Thank you so much. Peace. Um, and yeah, I think I made him feel bad for a few days because I just was back, forth. That has to be really irritating if you're trying to rest. But I got to do what I do. So, oh well. It's funny though. But I needed some things at the store, so that's good. And I'd rather him do that. So yeah. So yeah, this is one of my pretty views of something I planted that was only like a couple feet tall when I put it there like 30 years ago. Watered it so it would grow. And so then when I hear people saying you'll own nothing and be happy. I feel like taking a pine cone and shoving it down his throat and saying, you don't have to worry about pine nuts being husked for you here. Just have them in the raw, you know, roar or something like that. I heard something to the effect this morning on Facebook that, or maybe it was even yesterday, that he had a heart attack. I don't believe it, but it's possible because I've been thinking some really bad thoughts at him. It's like, if you don't want to go to God in your heart, that's okay. Then you don't need your heart, you know. And I'm not playing. No, no. When it affects other people, thinking that they have the right to say what every other person on this planet should or should not do, they can totally take a flying leap. I have no sympathy or mercy for anybody that thinks like that at all. I never will. They'll never hold any monicum crumb of respect from me. So I think I said that right. I do love words, but yeah, sometimes then I've made up a couple words, and well, more than a couple. And like the other day, I said something to Doug, and he's like, and that's not a word. I go, yeah, but it makes sense when you put them together. And he said, yeah. I said, there you go, new word. you know, that's what not only most English slang is like from naval, like from the Navy, but a lot of our words are, well, all English words derive mostly, and even isn't it odd that in the French language, and I'll get back to what I was saying, but there are some, and the English language have some Native American words in it, and vice versa, of course, because we're like a melting pot. And that brings me back to my initial thing with this Kanye Ye West pretending he's walking on water, and the rest of his, with his Joel absorbs and whatever, or Orbstein, who's that dude with the curly hair? Oh yeah, yeah, he hates Jews. Way to go, Kanye. Yeah, sure you do, buddy. Gee, what does the black culture and an Israelite of darker complexion have in common? Can we say curls? Yep, we know how to say curls. Like they're not related, you know? So, yeah. What a work. Been putting some music and different things over in my community the last couple days to see what, show you what I've been listening to, a couple things here and there. If you're interested, and wherever you are, I always appreciate a thumbs up or a share. Maybe some people haven't seen pine trees and snow, the real stuff. Maybe some people don't know that there's people out there in that refrigerator without a home. There's children out there right now, probably waiting to get into a shelter tonight, but you never know. You know, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's very true. Look in any major city in the world, and that's what you'll see. But they can send, huh, yeah, our Pentagon loses $2 trillion, and the IRS lost like 3.6 trillion. And or I I've quoted the exact number. Maybe that's not it, but I think it is, or 5 or 6, something like that. 3.6 trillion went missing. Where's all this missing money? And then, like, the Ukraine is upset because we're not sending more money for their fake war and their laundering of money over in that country. Are you kidding me? Wow. And people still don't see the CIA and the government officials and Hollywood and all the rest of them working together like a well oiled machine that they are. All of them. Right down to your pimp of the scriptures here on YouTube. You know the ones. The ones that pretend like they actually have the word of God in their heart, but their instincts are like that of a lizard, you know. You know the ones. Well, I'm going to get this uploaded. I thank you very much for joining me. Um, I think I'll be back tomorrow. I still want to do a lot of my stuff that I'm doing, but it just takes a lot of thought on how I'm going to put things and what I have to do and all the rest of the cleaning as I go, moving stuff. So, like I said, it is fun. It's not a big deal, but um, was a big deal to say hi to everybody. I'm going to put a link for Brucey's all last video. What a raw deal and a scam that YouTube is playing with my friend. And I'm sure all of us that love him are not very happy about it. So, um, yeah, get to know him. His work's phenomenal. His music's wonderful. And the community and the people, they're just the best. They really are. So, anyway, thank you for joining me. I'll talk to you soon. Have a really good night or day wherever you're at. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.